Hello again, and let's start with tonight's sporting headlines. In soccer, there's already a clear leader at the top of the First Division. Manchester City are the only club left with a 100% record, and they did that with a 1-0 win over New Boys Watford. Old campaigner Dennis Stewart, an early substitute, after goalkeeper Joe Corrigan went off with a dislocated shoulder, got the winner at Main Road. There were a couple of hat-trick heroes today. Bob Latchford as Swansea beat Norwich 4-0 and move into second spot in the table, and Luton's Paul Walsh as they beat Notts County 5-3. You can't keep Kevin Keegan out of the headlines. He had a mixed afternoon at Bolton, booked for dissent, scored a last-minute penalty, but Newcastle still lost 3-1. But he has kept his record intact of a goal in each of the 3 games he's played so far for his new club. Attendances still aren't that great. The Arsenal-Liverpool clash, Arsenal lost 2-0, could have attracted more than 36,000 fans to Highbury. And Nottingham Forest had their lowest gate in 5 years, just 13,700 as they beat Brighton 4-0. And while gates slump, sendings off go up. 8 players got their marching orders today, including Spurs' John Lacey and Everton's John Bailey, as Spurs crashed 3-1 at Goodison Park, and Birmingham's Kevin Dillon as his side were beaten 4-1 at home by Stoke. It equals the worst total in league history. In cricket, Surrey have won the NatWest Trophy at Lords. They beat Warwickshire by 9 wickets, with Alan Butcher, the Surrey hero, hitting 86 not out. The scores: Warwickshire 158, Surrey 159 for 1. And that's Roger Knight receiving the trophy. In racing, champion sprinter-elect Sharpo was never stretching out on the fast ground in the Vernon Sprint Cup at Haydock Park, and after a bad bump early on, eventually trailed in 5th behind 3-1 second favourite Indian King, ridden by Greville Starkey. And 2 jockeys were suspended for 4 days after their mounts were disqualified from first place and relegated to last. At Haydock, Robert Street, who rode Baldy in the 2:15, and at Thirsk, Michael Wigham, first past the post on Cyril's Choice, half an hour later, were both stood down. Meanwhile, a treble at Kempton Park for champion jockey Lester Piggott to bring his season's total so far to 145, 30 clear of his nearest rival in the jockeys' table, Willie Carson. In golf, Sam Torrance equalled the course record of 64 to share the lead with fellow Scot Sandy Lyle on 201 at the end of the 3rd round of the European Open at Sunningdale. In cycling, 20-year-old Rochdale girl Mandy Jones won a gold medal in the World Championships at Goodwood. In athletics, an official go-ahead for amateurs to cash in on their success, and a row over the timing of the 10,000 metres in the European Championships in Athens next week. In Germany, Britain are leading the World 3-day event championships after today's cross-country, and Britain's Lucinda Green is second in the individual championship. Now the football tables, at least in Divisions 1 and 2, and here's confirmation that Manchester City, the only First Division team, still with a 100% record after 3 matches. They ended Watford's unbeaten record to take over at the top from Manchester United, who went down 3-1 at West Bromwich. Swansea 4-0 winners over Norwich go second, ahead of Liverpool, the champions, and Sunderland on goal difference. Division 2 and Sheffield Wednesday are the new leaders, thanks to that 3-0 win at Charlton. Wednesday, now the only 100% team in the 2nd Division, move ahead of Queen's Park Rangers and Newcastle on goal difference. Kevin Keegan scored a 90th minute penalty for Newcastle to maintain his goal-a-game record, but it couldn't prevent Newcastle losing 3-1 at Bolton. Chelsea and Wolves share 4th place, both teams drawing today to wreck their chances of going to the top of the table. Pools news, and don't expect a fortune if you found 8 draws on today's coupons. With 13 score draws and 4 no scores, the dividend forecast is low and no claims are required. The numbers: 4, 12, 17, 20, 23, 32, 35, 36, 40, 42, 49, 53 and 54. Now to one late racing result.
That's the Stratford at 5 o'clock. Won by number 4, Ickworth Park, 12-1. Second, number 1, Allende, 5-1. Third, number 2, Abel Wren, 8-1.
Just time to remind you about Sunday Grandstand, the climax to the World 3-day event championship, and with Britain leading after the cross-country phase. Also the men's professional road race in the World Championships with the great Bernard Hinault, plus a preview of the European Athletics Championships and, of course, cricket. That's Sunday Grandstand tomorrow, BBC 2 at 1:55.